Well, Cruz, all eyes and ears are on you. What are you going to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is make a phone call. I'd appreciate it if you'd all wait here for me until I get back. I'll try not to be too long.
Cruz, wait. Nobody needs to say anything about this. We could all keep it between us.
All 14 of us?
No one will say anything. Please. For Mama. For all of us.
I'm going to make that phone call.
I'm ready to go to jail if that's what's necessary.
Sophia, I am as guilty as you are. If they sentence you, then I'm going right along with you.
This is crazy. No one should be sent to jail. Everyone in this room knows it was an accident.
The law may not see it that way.
Well, there are ways around that, Mason.
Not if Cruz files charges. Then it's going to be almost impossible to keep Sophia out of jail.
Suppose he doesn't file.
Well, then we have to worry about someone here leaking the information. Then there's going to be an uproar. No charges are filed, not even a police report. People will say there was a whitewash, that Cruz was bought off. Another case of the rich playing fast and loose with the laws of society.
Well, the man has a point.
Good point.
So in other words, no matter what Cruz decides, he can't win?
I'm afraid that's exactly the case.
I will go to jail. I will do whatever is necessary. You needn't worry.
Mama, we don't want that. We don't want you to go to jail. We'll get around it. We don't care about public opinion.
Well, that's fine, Eden, if you just want to lead an unconventional lifestyle. It's not so fine if you want to get away with murder.
For God's sakes, Mason, listen to what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. That's not putting it very well. I just want people to be aware of what we're dealing with here. It's not up to us to forgive or condemn. That's going to be Cruz's decision. In other words, our fate, or rather your fate, Sophia, is in his hands.
Hello?
Yeah, it's me.
Cruz, finally, where are you?
At the Capitol House. I want you to get over here as fast as you can, Gillis, and bring him back up.
What does that mean? Are you going to make an arrest?
Please don't ask. Just get over here fast.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Listen, Maggie, when you come in, try to do something about the press. They're outside at the gates. See if you can get rid of them, will you? I got enough trouble on my hands already.
You, Santana. I was responsible for the death of the man that you loved. What do I see in your eyes?
Chief. Yes. For all the victims. For Channing, Joe, you, Cece.
And all because of me.
Sophia, you're not the fault. I was the one that loaded the gun. If I hadn't done that, none of this would have happened. You're not going to face this alone. Your family and friends are around you. We're not going to desert you.
Sounds like you're on your way out, Gina.
Not true at all. He just feels sorry for her. He's just trying to make her feel better.
Obviously, my hearing's more acute than yours.
Mother, would you quit it?
I'm just talking the truth.
What's Cruz doing? I mean, shouldn't she be taken away? Shouldn't she be arraigned? Have you do something?
We'll find out soon enough, Gina.
Must be the blood we share. I can almost read your thoughts before you think them.
Oh, really? What am I thinking now, Mason?
About the potential explosion between you and Cruz if he does what we both think he will probably do.
Don't you ever quit?
Weekends and holidays. Unfortunately, today is neither.
I asked you to wait.
Can I talk to you for a moment?
Even, I'm sorry, Davy, but I don't...
Please don't do anything to her. Not after all she's been through. Please don't punish her for something that she's been punished so much as it is.
Cruz, what's going on? We're waiting for you.
I know, Mr. C. I'll be right in. We both will. Eden. Marcello, you're going to be formally charged with the destruction of a tunnel and the resulting death of Hank Judson, as well as the attempted murder of Mr. C.
Yes, but I want to know what you're going to do about Sophia. It's the only thing that I care about.
Have you reached a decision about her yet?
No, Mason, I haven't.
Cruz, that isn't fair. You promised a decision.
Cruz, you can't just keep her dangling like this while you make up your mind.
There's nothing to decide.
Yeah, there's a great deal to decide, Eden. Obviously, you weren't paying close attention to what I said before.
I am not interested in what you have to say, Mason. All I want to know is if there is a possibility, a remote possibility, that you are going to decide against Sophia. Is there?
I'm going to think about it overnight, Eden. I'll make my decision tomorrow.
Now, that isn't right, Cruz. You're going to put her through hell for 24 hours. Why should she suffer anything like that?
Hey, Dad's right, man. Why can't you make a decision now, Cruz?
It's all right. I can live through the night. I'll be fine.
You understand, I'm not trying to make you suffer any more than you already have, but this is a very difficult situation.
I understand.
Well, I don't. I don't accept it. Maybe Sophia does, but I protest this bitterly.
I think we should just let Cruz do his job. He's an honest and a fair man. He'll do what's right.
You don't have to defend me, Mason.
Well, maybe not, Cruz, but I think people need to be reminded of what you've accomplished. Solved a murder that none of the rest of us could. I think you've at least earned the right to take a little time making your decision.
Thank you. In the meantime, I don't want anybody in this room to say anything to anybody outside of this room. Now, what happened here and how it happened is to be kept among us. I want you all to promise me that.
Well, I won't promise. I didn't join any secret society. I'll talk to anyone and say anything I like.
Augusta, that is a very callous attitude.
Well, I don't think it is. I've suffered enough with these people. I don't want to be bullied by them. I don't see why I should be concerned with their sensibilities now.
Don't you two start fighting now. 2 minutes in the same room, and it's the same old story. Look, Mother, just calm down, all right?
Warren, just take me out of here.
It's a good idea, Warren. Take her out. She's not brightening any corners here.
I'm sure that's the way you feel. All you care about is Sophia. And they can't take that away from you, can they?
Let's just go, okay? Excuse us. Are we all free to leave?
Yes, as long as you don't go anywhere where I can't reach you.
No need to worry about that, is there?
Thanks. Marcella, why don't you come with me now? I'm going to put you someplace safe until Maggie gets here. I'll be back.
I guess I'll go now, too.
Mr. Smith, I would like to have a word with you. Would you wait for me in the atrium?
Cece, if you need me, I'll be right outside. I just want to make sure Brandon's all right.
All right, Gina.
Come on, Cal, let's go.
Sophia, if you'll allow me, I'd like to offer my services to represent you.
You're offering what?
If Cruz arrests her, she's going to need an attorney. I was offering her my services.
Well, we don't want them. If she wants an attorney, I'll get her one. You're not going to represent anybody. You'd do anything for a little money, wouldn't you?
I don't think I deserve that. It was an honest offer.
I know it was, Mason.
You don't know him like I do, Sophia. If he doesn't think he has a chance to further his own interests, he doesn't help anyone. Besides, I don't think you're even qualified.
Oh, really? Who's better? I have all the credentials.
Name one.
All right. Harvard. Harvard Law. I'm a damn good attorney. I have experience. I know how the DA thinks. If Sophia is arrested by Cruz, she's going to need somebody to defend her who knows how the system operates.
Yes, and I'm going to get the best one that money can buy.
There's more to be considered here than just money, you know.
Yeah, I'm considering that. It's called defense, and I don't think you could give her the best.
Cece, it was a very generous offer.
Sophia, you've been gone for a long time. Mason's changed. As a matter of fact, Mason is responsible for all the competition that was fostered between Channing and himself. More than anyone else, Mason made Channing cynical about people and made him hard. He taught him all of those things.
I don't believe you. You can't take responsibility for anything, can you? Totally unable to accept responsibility for any damage that you might have caused. Can't you get it through your head that it was your twisted sense of values that turned Channing into what he was?
No, you'd like me to believe that.
Oh, never mind. Hopeless. Now, you're right. I'd be absolutely the wrong person to represent Sophia. It was a gesture, a way of showing her that I love her and that I wanted to help her.
But forget it.
You're very hard on him, Cece.
We'll talk about it later. Come on.
Sophia, you have been staying at the guest house here, haven't you?
Yes?
Well, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't go anywhere else tonight.
Oh, no, whatever you want.
All right, let's talk about it.
Go ahead, talk. You already know how I feel.
I'd like to think you understood the awkward position this whole thing puts me in, Eden.
Yes, I do. But I also understand the position that my mother's in. Don't you?
Yes, she could be in a great deal of trouble.
If you so deem it.
I may not have a choice.
You know you do.
Cruz, I just wanted to let you know I'm here.
Yeah, good. Gillis, come in for a second.
What's going on?
I want you to take Marcello down to the station and see that he's booked.
Attempted murder?
Yeah, that and a couple of other things. It was Marcello who set the fire at the hotel, and it was Marcello who was responsible for the explosion in the tunnel, which caused Hank Judson's death. I think that ought to be enough to hold him for a while.
He was behind all of that?
Yes, he was. I'd also like you to send Officer Delgado back here and tell him to be prepared to spend the night.
You're putting Mama under house arrest.
At the moment, she's not under any kind of arrest.
Then what do you need an officer here for? What do you think she's going to do, try and escape?
I just think it would be for the best. She's been through a tough experience, and I'd like somebody to be with her.
We are here for her. Her family is here for her. We don't need any officer hanging around trying to make sure she's okay. My family just got her back again, Cruz. And we're not going to let her go.
I'm going to go home soon. You going to come? Eden, I care deeply for your mother. I know she's been through hell. This whole thing is a ridiculous tragedy. And I realize what it must feel like for you to have finally found her again and to just learn to love her.
I don't understand why you're having so much trouble.
Baby, please. Just come home with me. We gotta get out of here. Please, Eden, please.
Whatever happens, we'll live through it. I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cruz, is it absolutely essential that Sophia stay here tonight?
Why?
Well, I'm not comfortable having her in the house. I don't like her around Brandon.
Why not?
I don't think you have anything to fear from Sophia.
Of course she doesn't. She wouldn't hurt Brandon. She wouldn't hurt anybody.
We all know that's not true.
She was sick then, Gina.
Well, I don't want to take the chance of her having a relapse. I mean, it's bound to get out. I don't want Brandon to hear this story. What is he going to think?
You are incredible.
Cruz, I hope you make the right decision.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get Sophia out of Daddy's life. Well, let me tell you something. He loves her, and she loves him. And deep down, they both know that they belong together. And whatever happens to her, you're going to lose Daddy anyway. And there's not a thing you can do about it, Gina. Cruz, let's say goodnight.
Like hell there isn't. I can do plenty.
Mama, I don't want you to feel like I'm deserting you.
Oh, Eden, I'd never feel that. I want you to be with Cruz. I'll be fine.
Well, we'll see this thing through together. All of us, we will. Won't we, Ted?
You bet we will. Hey, Mom, at least we're here all together in the same house. Now that's something to fight for.
It goes for me, too, Mom.
I can't tell you what it means to me. That you're all with me. You're standing behind me right now. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here with me.
I find it very difficult to face all of you after what's happened, what we've done.
Daddy, it's okay. I mean, if we get closer together, I mean, if there's more understanding and tolerance in our family, that's what's going to mean the most.
My darlings, come here. I know this is so awful, so painful for all of you. And I want you to understand. I would understand if you didn't forgive me.
Now, Mom, that is foolish. All right, we know you didn't mean what happened. We all know that, right?
And Eden's right, Mom. I think if we try to recapture some of the love we used to have for each other, we'll have salvaged something really important.
I think we've been blessed with some pretty terrific children, Sophie.
Baby, come here.
Sorry to burst in on you. I called earlier and there was no answer. So I decided to take a chance to see if you were here on my way home.
Oh, no problem. Come on in. Eden, you know Tony Patterson, the DA. This is Eden Capwell.
Hi, how are you, Mr. Patterson?
What can I do for you?
I know you were on the brink of solving the Channing Capwell murder case, and I want to know how it went.
Well, I really shouldn't talk about that right now. We've got a couple things still to sort out.
I'm afraid I think I need a few more specifics. I mean, we're going to prosecute. We're gearing up to prosecute no matter who's accused. But I want to know who your suspect is.
You know, I wish I could tell you, man, but, listen, why don't we get together tomorrow morning?
And what would a few hours, what difference would that make?
The difference between certainty and guesswork.
I want a name on my desk. First thing tomorrow morning, understood?
Understood.
Good night, Miss Capwell.
Well, we know where your boss stands. Hope you don't feel like you need to be loyal to someone like that.
You know what just occurred to me? We haven't even begun to discuss the wedding, which is tomorrow. Now, why don't we just deal with that?
Cruz? What are you going to do about my mother?
I can't tell you what I'm going to do with your mother because I honestly don't know.
Why aren't you sure?
Baby, please. Couldn't this wait till the morning?
I know what you're gonna do. The honest thing. The proud thing. You're gonna do your job.
Eden.
Well, I'm not gonna stay here and watch you polish your police badge. I'm gonna be with my family, where I belong.